and that is Cody Rose. Rose from Worcester, Massachusetts. Starting lineup for the Sunoco Modifieds. Here they come. Green flag. And round number 2 of the Triple Crown Series for the Sunoco Modifieds is underway. And just like that, Todd Owen on the outside makes a bold move to take the lead, but it is tight from the second on back.
Off of turn before they come. Great field of Sunoco Modifieds here this weekend for the Western Automotive Triple Crown. Great to see all these cars out on the racetrack as they roll down into 1 and 2. Up front, Todd Owen's got the lead. Michael Christopher works the second lane. He'll go to second. Rocco goes to third. Talman goes to fourth. Adam Gaeta goes through the grass on the back straightaway.
Yeah, keep in mind this is only 30 laps. Gaeta, don't know if he's going to be able to drive back out of there. No, he stops on the backstretch, well off the racetrack, but in the infield, and that's going to bring out the caution flag. Far enough off the...
All right, here we go. Pace car pulls down to the center of the infield. I get a feeling this one is going to be good. As they roll off of 4, they step on the gas. Green flag is out. Todd Owen and Mike Christopher Jr. lead the field down into turn number 1, and it is Owen on the outside lane, falling back a little bit as Christopher runs him up and takes the lead off of 2.
Yeah, Mike Christopher goes to the point, and Owen runs second. Pretty good battle right behind him between Keith Rocco and Troy Talman. Boy, Rocco way up the racetrack, and there we got trouble.
Oh, my
Several
goodness.
cars involved, and boy, look at that. Ripped apart. Several cars involved.
Need some points here, at least a few, by getting back in, and that could really matter tomorrow. So here's the view on Racing America. Kopchik is climbing back in. They're buckling him up, and we'll see. Here we go. Beat back to the green is Todd Owen and Mike Christopher Jr. Lead him back to turn 1.
Yeah, they're duking it out up front once again, and there is Christopher with the move down on the inside, down into turn 1 to take the lead over Owen. Keith Rocco watches from the third spot. R.J. Marcotte in a battle right there for the 4th spot, side by side out of turn 4. That's Corey DiMatteo trying to work him on the inside in that number 6. And they almost come together there, the 6 and the 5 through the first and second turn. And yeah, DiMatteo gets the best of that, but also gets the bumper from Marcotte.
Down into turn number 1 they go. 4 laps up on the board. The field rolls off the second corner, and it is Christopher, Owen, Rocco, your top 3. They spread out just a little bit, and we're really in the early going of this. I know that accident took out a lot of cars, but we're only on lap 5 of the second round of the Western Automotive Triple Crown for the Sunoco Mods. And again, as I mentioned before we went back green, looks to me like it might be a 3-car race between Christopher, Owen, and Rocco. And right now, Christopher's got Owen all over the back bumpers. They race for the lead.
Yeah, Owen is making his presence known for sure, and just making Christopher look up into the mirror a little more often, because he is right there on literally on the back bumper of the 82 in that race for the lead.
Down off the second corner, back down the back straightaway. 6 laps are complete. Top 5 cars, Christopher, Owen, Rocco, DiMatteo, and Marcotte as they come off the corner. And back across, Nick Alkowitz having a nice run in the 6th spot in the 08. Then it's David Arute in the 7th position. Cody Rose is in the 8th spot in the number 62. As the field continues to race down the back straightaway up front. Last time by, it was Mike Christopher, the fastest car, but Todd Owen is right there with him again, Pete, as they come off the corner.
Yeah, pretty much a 3-car race at this point. Christopher, Owen, and Rocco. Corey DiMatteo has broken out from the rest of the field, running in the 4th spot, but not really gaining on Rocco, who holds on to 3rd. They're spread out a little bit now on the backstretch, and a comfortable run, but again, we haven't even hit the halfway mark at this point.
9 laps are complete as they cross the stripe. That time by, Christopher's opened it up, about half a second advantage over Todd Owen with Rocco in 3rd. Looks like Owen's struggling through the middle of the corners. That car looks like it's gone evil on him here in the last couple laps, and Keith Rocco is there. Takes a look down to the inside as they roll off of turn number 4. Tries to run Owen up just a little bit. They come off the corner side by side across the stripe. Rocco beats him out by a few inches, and he's got the number 2 spot.
Yeah, Rocco was there ready to pounce with the opportunity to get around Owen, and he does. He goes to 2nd. Now he'll give chase to Mike Christopher. Owen right there on the back bumper of Rocco. And Corey DiMatteo has caught up to them. will add him to the mix in that race for second place.
Yeah, DiMatteo having a good run here in that number 6 course. DiMatteo having a great year so far. He picked up certainly the biggest win of his career a little bit ago, and that number 6 really on fire here so far in this one as he closes right up to the back bumper of Todd Owen. He's got Rocco right in front of him, and Mike Christopher Jr., Pete, nowhere to be found in this screen right here as Christopher's opened up a little less than a second advantage over these 3.
Yeah, so the race is for second right now. It's the best battle on the racetrack. Rocco, Owen, and DiMatteo pretty much nose to tail through that first and second turn. Closing in on the halfway mark. 13 laps complete. And as we watch that crew try to get Kopchik back out, they continue to work on the front of the car. They get about 8 guys working on it down on pit road. If they were able to get back out there and turn a couple of laps, they at least would be ahead of all the other cars that did not make the restart.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets back out there and takes 1 lap, he's going to gain 3 spots, which is 6 points. And I don't know exactly how many points he came in ahead. I don't have it in my head, but I mean, 6 points is 6 points going into tomorrow in that championship race, and that's going to be something certainly to watch as we roll into tomorrow. Right now, Mike Christopher Jr. is gone at the front of the field. He leads by a second and a half over this race for second, and it's a good one. Nice, tight battle here for the number 2 spot as they come back across the stripe.
Yeah, Keith Rocco on defense a little bit, but that time he pushes up, and maybe he was just tired of Todd Owen tapping on the back bumper as he goes up the racetrack a little bit in 1 and 2, and Owen's able to drive underneath and take the spot away. Now Rocco under attack from DiMatteo in that number 6. Corey DiMatteo sizing up Keith Rocco as Owens put a little bit of breathing room between him and Rocco. Got 13 laps to go. It'll be 12 to go when they go across the stripe this time.
Stephen Kopchik rolling back out of the pit area as you can see him rolling down through the pits and back to turn number 1. That's going to gain him 6 points. I found the points for the Sunoco Modifieds after yesterday. Kopchik leading by 35 over Troy Talman. Talman's also out of this race. Owen is in the 3rd spot, and he was 42 points back. So, I mean, it's not impossible for him to catch up. He would need some help, and here's the help with Kopchik having a problem. So, as they roll across the stripe, Kopchik's able to jump to 3 spots. He got exactly what he needed, and I would not be surprised to have him make 2 or 3 laps and see him pull right back down on pit road, if not just 1 lap. He got the point, so looks like he's going to pull in this time. So he went out, got the 3 spots, and he's coming back to pit road with 10 laps to go.
And in that battle for second, Corey DiMatteo decided to take a run underneath Keith Rocco going into turn 1. Did not work. He could not get back on the throttle quick enough and loses a couple of lengths to him as Rocco now is a car length and a half behind Todd Owen. So that race for second and third has cooled off a little bit as they work their way around Stephen Kopchik on the backstretch.
Yeah, he stayed out for another lap, maybe just to be sure that he got those spots, and now he's taking the hard lap down on a pit road. So, well, 8 to go, Pete. And if I was a betting man, I'd say Mike Christopher Jr. is in pretty good shape without a caution flag here. This time by, there's only 7 more laps to go, and it is all Mike Christopher as they come back across.
Yeah, he is on rails out here in that number 82 with the lead that he has. Owen has gotten himself some breathing room over Keith Rocco, and Matteo continues to haunt Rocco as he keeps taking a look to the inside, not quite taking a run at it. This time they've got to get around the lap car of Sundin, and they do. And Matteo again taking a look down underneath Rocco, and just not enough to pull up alongside. Now he'll take a go in deep and try to pull a Keith Rocco move, but gets a little loose out of 4, and Rocco crosses right over and comes back on the inside.
Down into turn number 1 they go. Rocco down to the bottom. DiMatteo running almost the wall there, almost in the middle of 1 and 2. But Rocco's got him by 3/4 of a car length as they roll down into turn number 3. That's the best battle on the track. as they come across the stripe, this time by with only 4 laps to go.
Well,
Rocco clears them and literally cleared them. I mean, ran him right out of room.
Cleared him out of there. Yeah, Rocco on defense. And believe me, you try that guy on the outside and you may be getting the taste of the wall, as that was the case that time. And here goes Di Matteo again with the move where he slides up in front, and here comes Rocco again. So does Di Matteo want to be on the outside of Keith Rocco? That's why he's trying to beat him to the turn. Drives in hard, sees some sparks as he gets on the brake, going into turn 1. And boy, Di Matteo has cleared him and already got a couple of lengths between them. So a good run by Corey Di Matteo to take over the second spot. 2 laps to go for Mike Christopher Jr. I should say he's gone to third, because forget about Todd Owen right there in the middle, running in the second spot. Down the back stretch, it's still Mike Christopher. Todd Owen has closed the gap a little bit, but he's going to run out of time because they're going under the white flag right now. Di Matteo for third, Keith Rocco fourth. And then R.J. Marcotte rounds out the top 5. Checkered flag will go in the air this time, and Mike Christopher Jr. will win round number 2 of the Sunoco Modified Weston Automotive Triple Crown Series. So Christopher on top, Todd Owen second, Corey Di Matteo with a great run for third, Keith Rocco fourth, R.J. Marcotte fifth, just outside the top 5. David Arute will be sixth, Cody Rose seventh, Darren Reinahan in the 8th spot. And that's the way they run in the 30-lap Sunoco Modified Triple Crown Series round number 2, as Mike Christopher brings the car down to victory lane, along with our second place finisher Todd Owen, and third place Corey Di Matteo, as they get ready for the celebration. So the drama builds in both the point standings for the season for the Sunoco Modifieds, and to see who's going to be the Triple Crown champion by the time we're done. So Kopchik has won 1. Mike Christopher has now won 1 of the Triple Crown. And the win by Christopher obviously stops the streak by Kopchik, as Kopchik was going for 5 in a row here. And we watching Mike Christopher get some congratulations down there trackside, getting unstrapped. And he'll come out and talk to Kyle Souza about that run for the Sunoco Modifieds.
All right, Pete, down in victory lane here at the Sunoco World Series, presented by Budweiser. Mike Christopher Jr. getting ready to climb out of the number 82. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Christopher Jr. picks up the win. And we'll bring him over to the front of the car. He's going to grab a hat and a congratulations from the folks at Sunoco. Come on over here. We'll bring him in front of the fans here at Thompson. And certainly one of the busiest drivers this weekend. 4, 5, 6 races at least. And, man, I heard these guys saying, and I think Brian said it when he came over, this thing was just money tonight.
Yeah, I feel like, well, to answer your first question, yeah, we have 6 races this weekend, so it's a lot of racing. I'm hoping to get at least one of them or a couple of them. So this is good to get one now, right at the halfway point. This is their 3rd race. So, yeah, but the car has been really, really good. For the past, 2 months or so, we kind of struggled in the beginning of the year, both at Stafford, Waterford, wherever we went, but we started figuring it out. And it was even good yesterday, and we had engine trouble. That kind of hurt us, but the car's always been there. So, but it feels good to get in victory lane. This is actually I think this is the first time with this car this year. So, just shows how much determination and grit that my crew has to keep coming every week and not give up. And it just goes to show our last 2 months, like I said, our finishes have been good. So, to get in victory lane, I finally have a chance to thank Eastport Feeds, Connecticut Trailers, Sign Pro, Eagle Fence and Guardrail, PT Watts, Sterling Security, Asians Garage, everyone that helps us out there. It's just a great team effort and a lot of people behind us. I got to thank Jim from New England Turf, Bruce, a lot of people that helped me out. So thanks to them and my crew and my spotter, Brian.
All right. Mike Christopher Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Give him a nice round of applause. He wins the second.